Um, Hello everyone, how are you all today? I will introduce to my students firstly like that. Actually, this is just used to it in our classroom, right? I need to mention in exactly. Okay, so they will answer me. How are they like? They go out. They're like fantastic, something like this. It's fantastic. Okay, and then I'm going to ask them what are we going to learn today. So let's think about it. We are in the English class now, and they are not their levels are not a higher level. So, and then when I ask that question to them, of course they will answer me. Uh, according to their yesterday lesson plan or in the last period, what did they learn? Maybe some of them they might not have any ideas and they're just listening to me. Okay, and after that, I'm not saying the answer to them directly yet, but I'm going to give them two pictures of my last 10 years ago, and then I'm going to listen the answer. You know, uh, of course, when they see the pictures, they are exactly, it was my last 10 years ago pictures, so they might have many different changes, so they will say, oh, this is blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to calm down then, and I'm going to listen now on my own. So I'm going to ask them first, first, how do you think, you know, in less my 10 years, what am I, what did I do, and I will ask them these kinds of questions, so they will send me something like some of the answer to me they will give me, so they might be using in the past tense, also some of them they might be using in the present, so but I'm not going to fix them exactly because they are not at a higher level, they can make the mistake. Okay, I understand. And actually they have to learn from that mistake, so when they are doing the mistake, that is fantastic for them, fantastic. So after their like their opinions, or they want to talk about me something, so I'm going to listen to them, and then maybe some of the answer I would say to them, okay, yes, I was in there before, like that time it was my student life, and my hairstyle is also not the same, my like actually my body shape is it doesn't really look strange. Actually, I'm just still like tiny and skinny. Okay, so I think they will be also have fun, when they are learning the grammar in past tense, uh, like this kinds of activities. So because they can learn about their teacher also, and they can know now like that's 10 years ago, what was our teachers, and how is she, they can learn about it more, so they have fun, I think so, because most of the students, they really like to learn about their teacher, they really want to know about their teacher. So okay, and after that discussion time finished, I will I will explain to them, like, okay, actually now even you didn't notice that, and you have already used the past tense, and you have already learned the past tense. I will explain to them, and then I will give them some of the examples of the past tense, and I'm going to give them like a piece of paper. In there I will be written out some of the sentences. These are all in past tense, and these are all about that what I mentioned about me according to that photos. So they and then I will give them a group activity, like in one group they might have 3 or 4, or actually it's just depend on teachers, and depend on the numbers of students. But for me in my class, I think about it like around 18, so I'll be divided like 3 in each group, so I can get 6 group of them. So and then I'm going to share it for each group, that one of the each paper, and then I would like them to discuss about me, and about past tense also. I will ask them to discuss it, and then when the discussion time, that time I will go and checking around, and I will be listening their language skills. Are they using the past tense or present tense? If they're not using, and some of the students, they are a little weak, and they can learn easily and quickly. So I understand that. So I will be going to listen to them, like even though they don't notice me about, I'm not closing and listening to them like that. I will be checking around, but I will be listening carefully with them. At the time, if they are not using the language in past tense, is fine. I will be encourage them to speak the language in past tense. So okay, after that in that discussion time, they have to make the question, about, I will, in my instruction, when they are doing the activities. Sorry, I mentioned that, I forgot to mention that. So I will give them like they have to discuss about me, and they have to make their own question for me. So now they are learning the question in past tense. So okay, after that, after their discussion time finished, I will call one of the students for each group, but I'm not choosing the person by myself. I will let them to choose by themselves, because this is a group activity. They should have the same idea. They might not have the same idea, but at least they should discuss, and sometimes they should listen to their friends, and so it's according to the group, so they have to learn how to behave with the students. I think so that time one person from each group, they will come up one by one, and I will listen to them, their question, and I will give them answer to them. And then another activity I'm going to do is that time I will write my own question in the past tense on the active bar, because in our school we are using the active bar, so we will write on the active bar. But if we are using in the other bars also fine, we can write. The main point is I will give them to the question, and in the question I will ask them about their last 10 years ago, and then they have to answer these questions in their group activity first, or they have to discuss, they have to share their ideas, not activity discuss, they have to share their ideas, like what was happened in there, they have to share their own life, their last 10 years ago, about their last 10 years ago. So there is also just a fun way to learn for the past tense. And then I will listen to them, their answer, like one by one. Actually, for Indian students, sometimes we might think that might take time and that might not be enough. But actually, just try it. It's not taking the time that much. But it's like over 100 students, so maybe. So that time we can choose the name card. And we can like random like eeny, meeny, miny, or something like that. So we can use many kinds of like random choosing, and then we can ask them. But for in my class there's just 18, so of course I can listen to them exactly. So after that after listening finish, and then they also share the activities that time, and we are going to go to the textbook, and then we are going to follow the textbook instruction, like their lesson, So actually when we are teaching, that we need a textbook, but it's not our main point. Our main point is our student must understand today's lesson, our lesson. This is just our main point. So they have already learned in their brain, they have already learned, they have already know what to use, how to use. That time we are going to practice with a textbook or like practical book. Actually, our lesson should go into their brain, not into their eyes or not into their mouth. Because into their eyes and into their mouth, they can forget it easily. So we're going to put all the lesson into their brain.